to my channel. Today I have a monthly April message for all of the Aries out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Aries out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week. I also want to let you guys know and sort of remind you that I have an Etsy shop now, and I am now taking personal clients for both reading and coaching. So if you would like more information on the services and how to get that scheduled, please look down in the description box below. Without further ado, Aries, let's go ahead and get into your message. All right, Aries, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Aries this month? Aries, you are starting out at the King of Wands. I absolutely love this. This is great, confident entrepreneurship energy. It is making very bold moves. And Aries, this speaks volumes for where you are. So I feel that a lot of you are wanting to make some very bold, courageous moves, and you're wanting to sort of build something. I think it's almost like building towards a legacy. Maybe some of you are really thinking about starting your own business. And if that is the case, then understand that you're going to have to make there is so much fire coming through right now. You're going to have to make very bold moves, very strong, courageous moves. You're going to have to do things that are a little bit different than what you've normally done. Okay. Because I feel like the way that you would normally handle certain tasks, or the way that you would normally do things, that really isn't going to, it's not going to work for you in the way that you're expecting it to, because I feel that the energy that you're sort of moving towards in this, legacy that you're trying to build, or this business that you're trying to create, I feel it's going to be very important for you to do different things. Like, you're needing to sort of dig down deep into, and maybe what this is maybe you're going to have to sort of rely on other individuals to help bring that part of you out, right? Like maybe, it's like seeking a mentor, or maybe, what is this card? Okay, I'm going to take this card because it sort of acted like it wanted to come out, but it did not. Okay, Aries. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because there's a lot of information. And as I'm looking at these cards, I'm very excited about what this month is going to bring you and what it's going to represent and show you. Okay, so as I mentioned, Aries, you are at the King of Wands energy. This King of Wands energy is a very deeply confident leadership type of a position and a type of role. When I see a King of Wands, understand that a King of Wands brings in this bold energy where he is full of ideas, full of inspirations, and he takes action. Wand energy is really about fire energy, and it's about actually setting forth action, intention, putting the actual steps into the tasks, the action that you actually need to take. The one thing I definitely want you to sort of understand here is, so right here on the center of this king right here is a gecko, okay? And the symbology behind the gecko is that geckos are very lucky, okay? And what it truly represents is that no matter what you do, know that you will be successful because you have the luck on your side. Okay, the gecko truly represents luck. So I feel like what you really need to sort of hear here, Aries, is that, no matter how challenging or how much work is actually entailed into whether you're starting your own business or you're branching out in a new area, whatever it might be, know that you are going to be successful. And when a King of Wands steps forward, the one thing that I need you to truly understand here is that a king has all of the resources. He has all of the inspiration and all of the knowledge that he needs in order to be successful. He also communicates efficiently and effectively. So when I look at king energy, kings truly represent an aspect of the emperor. And when you're looking at the tarot, the emperor is like this divine masculine energy that ultimately makes very strategic moves, okay? And each one of the kings represent a specific aspect of the emperor, okay? And the King of Wands represents the aspect of inspiration, action, and communication, okay? So where you currently are right now is, I feel like you are on fire with the ideas that you have. You have these bold, amazing ideas that you need to put forth into action. So that means that you need to actually start taking the necessary steps. Okay, now what is your theme? You have the Eight of Wands here. So I feel that your theme this month is going to be, you're actually going to be getting a lot of news about these steps, these action steps that you're taking towards, this new business, this new venture, this new entrepreneurship. Maybe some of you are actually starting a new job. You're starting a new role. Maybe some of you are moving into an entirely different career. And I feel that whatever steps you've put into motion last month in March, I feel that what's going to transpire is you're going to actually start hearing news. You're going to start getting a lot of communication from people that you've reached out to last month that are going to start really giving you the solutions and the answers to actually setting everything into motion. What I love about the Eight of Wands is that it's fast, quick energy, okay? And I really feel that April is really going to set the pace for you here, Aries, on getting this stuff accomplished. And this is great, okay? But there's still more, all right? What are you accomplishing? You have the Magician, okay? Now, the Magician truly represents a very magical card. And when you're looking at the tarot, the Magician represents the first person that the Fool on its new adventure meets, okay? The Magician represents you, okay? And I just want to point this out. We are all magicians. We are all creators. We create our own reality based off of the thoughts and our feelings. We also speak things into existence. When you have a magician, the magician basically has all of his tools, all of its resources accessible and available to him in order to utilize to his benefit to create what he is trying to create. Not only does he have the knowledge of what he's acquired in the physical, but he also has the wisdom and the intelligence and the intuition from above in order to create it in his reality. One of the things that I often hear with this Magician card is, as above, so below, work your magic and let it flow. Now, I feel that what you are accomplishing here is that you are basically setting the pathway to your solid vision. Whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, whatever it is you are trying to create, it is going to be very important that you tune into your own inner magician and that you really become very clear about what it is that you're creating. I say that because when I'm looking at this vertical line here, I see the Magician with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. You have two nines, one right on top of the other, and they're total opposite extremes here, Aries. The Nine of Swords truly represents all of the fears, anxieties, worries, stress. It represents you overcomplicating things, overanalyzing. There's a lot of things going on in your mind that you ultimately, I feel, are not in control of. And I feel that what's really coming forward is that fear, okay? And when I'm looking here, and I pay very close attention here, Aries, this Magician is looking down, okay? Not only is he looking down at this vortex right here, which is his portal to creating his new reality, okay? But he's also looking down, right? And underneath that, you have the Nine of Swords, which represents the fear, right? So the more fear, the more that you constantly focus on things going wrong, things not being successful, the more that you focus on all of the things that you're afraid are going to happen, understand that because you are the magician, you are going to create that reality. Okay. Now, underneath the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the total opposite of being all up in your head and in your fear. The Nine of Pentacles is about being so grateful, being so excited about potentiality, about what could be, right? The Nine of Pentacles is that card that I say, it's that pre-Empress energy. And Empress is, this birthing something new, right? You have this beautiful envision because you're in this King of Wands, right? You have this beautiful vision of something magical that you are trying to create. You're building this legacy, this dream that you are trying to create into a reality. And I feel that what you ultimately need to really dive deep into here, Aries, is really pay very close attention to your thoughts. What are the constant thoughts that you keep having in regards to this business that you're trying to create or this new career that you're trying to move into? Whatever it is that you are trying to create here, really focus in on the thoughts. When you can really focus in on your stream of consciousness as to where it's going, you'll be able to figure out how you need to sort of flip it a little bit so that you can accomplish what you really want to accomplish. Understand that you have two different realities here that you ultimately can accomplish this month. You can accomplish all of the fear, all of the stress, all of the anxiety, and all of the things that you don't want to happen, or you can really accomplish all of the successes, seeing everything come to fruition, having everything go smoothly. Because why? Because you're tuning in to that heart-centered living space of full potentiality, being grateful for where you are, understanding that when certain things transpire in a specific way, it's because it's teaching you something. Okay. So that is what you are accomplishing here. Now, what do you need to avoid? You have the Strength card here as what you need to avoid. And I feel that what this is saying is that Aries, you need to avoid allowing your inner beast to take control. And I feel that what happens is a lot of times when we really dig into the fear, when we allow our own negative thoughts to sort of run rampant and take control of our lives, the inner beast comes forward out of fear, out of stress, out of anxiety. And I feel that this is what it's trying to tell you need to avoid. Because sometimes the darker aspects of who we are, that inner beast, the person that is really truly afraid, right? This is really about you focusing in on what are you really afraid of? Because I feel if you don't focus on what you're the most afraid of, that is going to still continue to rattle your mind. It's going to take over and it's going to create this whole new reality that you ultimately do not want here, Aries, right? So I feel that what you need to avoid is avoid allowing your inner fear to beat you down to the point that you're like, I'm not going to be successful. I'm not strong enough to do this. I don't have what it takes to do this, right? Understand that where you are right now is the King of Wands. If you were not confident enough and if you were not going to be like, this is what they're saying. I understand that your fears can sort of take over to a place where it sort of gives you that self-doubt, right? And it sort of deflates you. But what Spirit is saying is that if you weren't capable of doing what you're doing, none of the things, you wouldn't be able to do it because nothing would pan out for you. Like literally nothing would pan out for you. And I want you to understand here that even though if you get like a little hiccup here and there, really take into account, okay? Really take into account what are the things that you're constantly saying when it comes to this new position that you're moving into or this new career or this new business that you're trying to create. Whatever it is that you're trying to create, really focus in. What are the constant things that you're thinking about? Are you thinking about the failure, about how much you don't want to fail? Are you constantly thinking about how you just don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to work or how it's going to look? Are you constantly worried about, am I really going to make it? Am I going to be able to support my family? Am I going to be able to, have all of the resources that I need in order to survive? Like, what are those constant thoughts? Because those are the things that you're going to have to ultimately face here, Aries. And I feel one of the benefits of the Strength card here is that you have to tune into your higher self. You have to tune into your heart. And this is going to really take a lot of consistent effort on your part here, Aries, because you're going to have to do something different that you've never done before. Okay? Now, what do you need to embrace? You have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is this energy about higher learning, okay? In the traditional tarot, the Hierophant is seen with a crown, okay? And the crown has 3 levels to it. Understand that when I see a Hierophant, especially with the rest of the cards that I see here for you, Aries, what this truly means, remember way in the beginning when I said, with the King of Wands, you're going to have to do things differently than you've done them before. Because the Hierophant here, as to what you're needing to embrace, is you're needing to really embrace your limiting core beliefs. What are the limiting beliefs that you currently have that are associated with success, that are associated with being successful? Because I feel that is where you're ultimately really needing to focus and where your primary fear resides, right? I feel it has a lot to do with your own self-worth and your own self-value because of the Strength card. And I feel it also has to do with your sense of confidence on how people perceive you. I feel you're really concerned about how people see you. This reminds me a lot of the Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz, right? As to what you need to avoid. The Cowardly Lion, a lion is someone that is very bold and very strong. And I want to point this out, okay? This is where you started out, the King of Wands. Do you see that lion in the background? That lion is standing tall. He's standing strong. He's standing proud. That lion is basically showing, I am confident. I am bold. I am courageous. I will succeed at everything that I confront, right? And as what you need to avoid, then you see this lion, right? She looks a little timid, right? So you also have the lamb here, right? Which is the lamb is, that little lamb that is very tender, right? Is very, doesn't know how to truly, is a very soft, nurturing aspect, right? But the Cowardly Lion never truly saw his true full potential, right? He portrayed himself as to how other people saw him, right? So he never truly saw himself for who he really was. And I feel this is what you're really needing to learn here, Aries. So I feel that what you're needing to embrace is you're going to have to go deep within on this journey, this massive self-discovery journey, that you're really going to have to explore the depths of your self-limiting beliefs. What are the beliefs that have been passed on to you from generation to generation? Understand that when we come into this world, we are programmed to believe certain things. We are never given the choice. Our family programs us to believe their beliefs. And it's not until we get to a specific age where we sort of question. We have to question everything. And so this is what you're really needing to do. You're needing to explore your beliefs and sort of understand yourself at a much different level in order to get in order to manifest what it is you're trying to create. Now, I say that because the Hierophant is the heart of your reading, right? So it truly is basically the bulk. It's the primary message, right? The Hierophant is about learned lessons, and it's also about learning to identify with the beliefs that we have and figuring out, are these really the beliefs that I have? Or do I need to explore a different set of beliefs, Okay. Now, what is the obstacle you're going to face? You have the 9 of Swords. This is your thoughts, your mind, right? I feel that this is all of the, the fear that you have constantly going on in your mind. And because it's right below the Magician, it's a real key indicator that if you're wanting to be successful, which Spirit is already telling you you are because of the King of Wands, you are going to be successful. But you ultimately have to get out of your head. You have got to get out of your head, Aries, because your thoughts are keeping you stuck from seeing your true potential. Now, what is the support that you have? You have the 2 of Swords here. Now, this 2 of Swords is ultimately about you needing to make a specific choice. And I feel that your choice is really going to be, are you going to be confident and courageous enough to explore the depths of your own beliefs and do something different than you've done before? Maybe this means believing in something other than what you can physically see. I don't know why that just came out of me, but I feel like it's something that needed to be said. The 2 of Swords really speaks about our intuition, okay? Because this woman is blindfolded, she's sort of at a crossroads. She doesn't know which direction to go. And a lot of times, because we can't see what's ahead, I feel because she's blindfolded and she can't really see what's in front of her, she doesn't know which direction to go. She doesn't know if she's going to face an obstacle or if she's going to face something that might, sort of be challenging down the road. She chooses to stand still, right? That's sort of like being at an impasse here. And what this is really saying is that if you could just take the blindfold off and trust in your own gut instincts, it will never lead you astray. It will never lead you wrong. This is why tuning into that heart-centered space, really listening to that heart-centered living is so important. And I also feel that, with this 2 of Swords, it's really about choosing, right? If you're constantly in your head and you're wanting to, okay, so this is the best way that I can look at this. The best way that I can sort of describe this to you, Aries, is that, you have those individuals that are very analytical and are very black and white. And then you have those other individuals that are very much about heart-centered living. They're intuitive, right? They're intuitive, they listen to their gut, they believe in something higher than themselves, and they just sort of have this instinct, that the trust that, Spirit is going to provide for them. I feel that you're falling more on this spectrum of you can only believe what you can see is in front of you. And what Spirit is really telling you, this Hierophant is needing you to learn something a little bit more. It's needing you to really explore your full beliefs and sort of be courageous enough to dive deep, a little bit deeper into the unknown. Yes, it's scary, but if you can just align to it, you're gonna break free. I mean, you got the Sun card, which is the best card. It actually speaks about freedom. The Sun represents our truest happiness. It's about breaking free from our own limiting beliefs, breaking free from our own thoughts, from our own fears, and mastering ourselves to the point that we know without a shadow of a doubt how amazing and successful we are and how much greater potential we could actually have. This is your action card, right? I feel that what you're wanting is pure success. And this card truly represents success here, Aries. It truly represents success. But how you're going to get there is by really exploring your inner beliefs, really exploring the depths of what you truly believe. And can you trust in something other than what you can see? Now, what is your advice and your encouragement? Your advice and your encouragement is this 9 of Pentacles, which is about, truly being grateful for the things that you've accomplished. Really looking at life through grateful eyes. I feel a lot of times we are so programmed to look at things in our life as the things that we've lost or the things that we don't have. We focus so much on the things that we don't have that we forget. We forget to truly be grateful for the things that we do have. And how you create, how you manifest the things that you cannot physically see just yet is through gratitude. It is through true appreciation for the life that you have, for the people that support you, for the food that you consume, for the creativity that you have, for the inspirations, for the ideas, for every little thing. Gratitude is where pure joy and manifestation stems from. Now, I chose this Four of Pentacles for you because it looked like it wanted to pop out. And I feel that there's an important message here for you. So the Four of Pentacles really speaks about our sense of security and stability, okay? And I feel that this entire message, I feel that the one thing that you primarily focus on here, Aries, and what I feel constantly plagues your mind has to do with your sense of being able to support yourself and your family, and whether you're going to be stable enough. Notice how she's clutching to these coins, almost as if she's clutching onto them for dear life, and she's counting them because she knows this is all I have. But if you continue looking at life as this is all I have and I can't afford to lose it, then what do you think you're going to create for yourself if you know that you are the magician? If you know that you are the creator and that you create your own reality based off of the things that you think, the things that you feel, and the things that you say, what do you feel you're going to create for yourself? You're only going to create more lack, and you're only going to create more limitation for yourself. If you want true freedom, if you want to break free from this mental cycle that you're in, you're going to have to do something different. I feel that ultimately means that you're going to have to explore the depths of your beliefs and really trust in something that you can't physically see. And maybe that's your intuition. Maybe that's a higher source. Maybe that's, God, whatever it might be for you. That's ultimately what your message is here this month. So let's go ahead and draw an additional card so that we can see what additional information Spirit has for you. We are going to draw from the Secret Language of Light, and we will be reading from the book. So let's see. What additional information and insight can you offer Aries this month, Spirit? What additional information and insight can you offer Aries this month? What additional information and insight? Okay. All right. We have number 24, which is wellness. Okay. I absolutely love this because wellness is really about a full balance of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And this is primarily one of the big things that I coach people on, because I feel that a lot of times people only focus on physical wellness. They don't really focus on a full rounded wellness, which not only includes body wellness, but it also includes, our mental wellness, mental health, right? And also includes our spiritual health, right? And I feel a lot of times when people are really in their head and they're not really paying attention, because when people are just stuck in their head, when they're constantly in their head, they're not even aware of the signals that their own body sends them about their mental health or about their physical health or about their spiritual health. So number 24 is wellness. Tune in to your body. You are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you've been or are sick, you are on your way to feeling better. Begin to focus on a sense of well-being. If you are healthy, you will be inspired to strengthen your body through yoga or another form of exercise. Your body is enlightened and knows how to heal itself. Every feeling, be it pain, butterflies, excitement, or love, is a message from one part of the self to another. Tune into your body through meditation and ask what you can do to improve your well-being. Behind the human In the image is the flower of life, a symbol that represents the process of creation. It is made up of overlapping circles that are repeating expressions of the first circle. It is a geometric metaphor, reminding us that the nature of life is continual expansion. Your body takes you everywhere you go, so acknowledge, thank, and love it. So Aries, this is your message, and I feel it's very important because the one thing that stands out to me here, now I want you to understand that when I read, this vertical line here at the end represents your future, right? This means that you are creating, you are really wanting to create something, right? And based on what your thoughts are, what you feel, based on the things that you speak into existence, you will either create more of the fear and lack, or you will create more of the things that you are grateful for, okay? And our brain, right? The mental thoughts, that is a part of your body. So this is why Spirit is really wanting you to really look deep within yourself and sort of understand yourself and understand what your true beliefs are. So Aries, this is your message. I thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.